Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Yo, what is the word? And today we have a video from Hoops Reference. The Celtics season is over before it even started. Your take, not mine. So, to be honest with you, I'm gonna have to agree over this statement because, yeah, I'm saying I threw out the situation with imeudoka, which is the Celtics head coach. He did some pretty messed up things to be suspended for an entire season. Um, I mean, sorry. The Celtics players, I'm gonna miss him a lot because I'm not saying that man took them to the finals last season, and that and I think the reason why they only suspended him for that year is just because that team needs him. That guy is the glue to them on to making it through the playoffs, through the Eastern Conference Finals, and hopefully to the finals this season. It's just that Imeudoka was caught um allegedly. Well, what I'm saying, um I can't even I say the word allegedly because it's already out there and it's already known, and that so the suspension is there, and Imeudoka has to answer for what he has done. It's he probably slept with someone higher up, someone's hires up wife, or whatever. Um, let's just say probably a general manager up there. Man, it's pretty tough, pretty fucking tough, man, for Celtics fans. I feel bad for them. I'm saying they just came off appearing in the finals last season, and now this happens. And also over the Jaylen Brown situation and with Jason Tatum involved too is pretty fucking tough. Pretty fucking tough. So yeah, without that, with all that out the way, let's get into the video. If you like my reaction, please hit that like button and also subscribe
So
to that
here
channel.
we are at the end of yet another week, and here on this channel, that means one thing and one thing only. Every weekend, I post an episode of this series we do called Your Take Not Mine, where I turn to you, the viewers, to give me your hottest NBA takes of the week based on what's going on at the time, and I then choose my favorite submissions and discuss them in a video. This week was, to put it lightly, pretty damn wild in the NBA world, as a scandal got brought to light that will probably end up shaking the future outlook of the Eastern Conference, so we definitely still have plenty to discuss. In order to submit your takes, I make a community post on either the day of or the day before the video, similar to the one that you see on your screen now, so if you want a chance to be featured in a future episode, be sure to stay on the lookout for that. Before we start though, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated. Now with that being said, let's begin. The first take we'll be discussing today comes to us from Andres, and he says that as a Celtics fan, he thinks the Celtics will be heavily impacted by the loss of coach Ime Udoka and
God,
are no longer contenders as a result of it. So, as I mentioned in the intro, the controversy that struck the NBA world this week was the fact that Celtics coach Ime Udoka got suspended for the entire season as a result of him breaking team rules. I don't really feel the need to go into more details than that, because all of you likely already know the context. But basically, he's done for the year, and he might possibly be done for good. Last season, the Celtics were able to take the leap that they took because of the fact that at the midway point of the season, the chemistry of the team was at an all-time high, they fully bought into the philosophy that Udoka was implementing, and he was at the heart of a lot of their success immediately in his first year coaching the team. Saying the
God.
Celtics will fall off completely and won't be able to contend anymore because of that fact that he's no longer in charge does sound like a pretty big overreaction here. However, you can't just write it off completely and pretend that it won't affect the Celtics at all. We may not think about this very often, but athletes are humans too at the end of the day, and Udoka seemed to have a really strong connection with the players on the team during their playoff run that you can't easily replicate. The teams that play together and buy in completely are typically the strongest teams when it matters, and now they're going to be dealing with this off the court distraction. Where I disagree with the original take is that they're going to fall off to the point where they're now first round exits, because the Celtics are pretty much bringing back everybody from the team last year, and they also brought in Malcolm Brogdon, so they could be an even better team on paper, but I could see them not being as dominant on the court as they were a year ago for sure, because of these possible chemistry issues. The next take we'll be discussing today comes to us from the women, and they say that Ben Simmons is about to have a better year than James Harden this season. These two got traded for each other last year, so naturally they're going to be connected in discussions moving forward, but this is certainly a hot take. The last time Ben Simmons was healthy and on the court, he was in slowing down.
And you know what? I'm gonna talk about um you had been in a situation too. Just for the Celtics, it's pretty tough. Just like I said earlier. Um, the new coach that they have in mind is a guy named Joe. And I saw Souls and Sage a video on the Celtics situation, man, and it's just for Souls. I feel for you, bruh. It's tough, gang. It's tough. I mean, hey man, that nigga's team, bro. It's gonna be fucking tough. But like, I think the Celtics is gonna be in the playoffs. I don't know which seed they are gonna be because of this situation, and that also Jalen Brown was in trade discussions on getting Kevin Durant, and also Jalen Brown's reaction was just like, "What the fuck?" Like y'all niggas uh, uh, were really gonna trade me, and it's just tough, man. That unloyalty factor, and also Souls and Sage are and also point out and on Daddy 2017 through 2018 season. Um, the Celtics head coach at the time was a Brad Stevens, and that he wanted the ball to go directly to Hayward instead of Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown, which was pretty awkward. Um, and a lot of people felt that Jason, and I should have been upset. He probably was personally, but things went how they went, and now Jason Tatum can say, saying, I'm one of the top scorers in the league, and also I just went to the finals last season, so he has a lot of potential, saying to get to, and also to Jalen Brown as well. With the Ben Simmons situation, I saw bits and pieces of the interview he did with the JJ Redick, and like there were a lot of comments saying that JJ Redick I should have pressed harder on Ben on why he handled the situation so horribly with the 76ers. And my input on it is just that JJ Redick as an interviewer, um he kind of like sympathizes with Ben, on that interview. It's just like, he points out that, Doc and the rest of the 76ers team threw him under the bus after that horrible performance he had in the playoffs against the Atlanta Hawks. Now, Ben Simmons deserves the criticism. However, he doesn't deserve. I mean, but what? I never mind that. Some people in the comment section were like, saying he's faking, saying like he's not gonna grow up mentally, and things of that nature. To me, it's just like we really don't fucking know, and but we can just like speculate. Saying and if that mental health scare was real, because you know what I'm saying, it could have been real, homie, you know what I'm saying, I was going through a lot, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, I was on his ass on social media. And I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those people who was on his ass on social media as well, because I just couldn't believe that horrible performance he did in Game 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, he passed up a fucking layup, and that, you know what I'm saying, Doc Rivers had to, and I get him out of there. And also, um, with the RDC World video around that was pretty funny, and also pointed out a lot of shit, So hopefully Ben Simmons gets the help he needs, because at the end of the day, um, I just want him to feel comfortable, and that he a video. I mean, in that interview that he did with JJ Reddick, he was hinting that he wanted to have a safe place mentally and things of that nature. So, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, that I wish the best for bro, and that, you know what I'm saying, this upcoming season, hopefully, he can get those negative thoughts out the way. And yeah, that's it for this video. So, if you like my reaction, please hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate the support, and I'll see y'all next time. All right.